Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space. In today's video, we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action, a couple of interesting metrics for Kaspa, and we are of course going to cover BTC, and we are going to cover a couple of interesting charts for alts as well, on the top of a couple of interesting news and tweets for Kaspa. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick disclaimer that this video is not a financial advice. And now without any further ado, let's hop into Kaspa itself. So Kaspa is currently trading at 14 cents and is currently experiencing a leg down of 1.5%. So let's have a look at market cap. Market cap is currently sitting at 3.4 billion USD, and 24-hour trading volume is currently sitting at 64.9 million USD. So if we are going to look at the chart over here on CoinGecko, that looks very boring and something that we obviously don't want to see, because we are obviously all anticipating that huge pump for Kaspa. I would like to remind you guys that on April 6 to April 9, we are going to have this Web3 festival in Hong Kong, and of course the Kaspa team is going to be there, as well as many different people that are big in crypto. So obviously that's our chance over here for Kaspa. And as I was mentioning in the previous update, is that Cathie Wood is going to be there. So obviously that is our chance over here for Kaspa. And of course, a reminder that we've got smart contracts officially announced that are currently in development. So good things are coming for Kaspa, but of course a short term price doesn't really reflect on those bullish news. And I hope it will in the coming future, because whales are accumulating. So we've got 2.3 Kaspa accumulated on one wallet, and another one 1.2 million Kaspa. So that's obviously something great to see. Kaspa is the first currency in mankind to have solved the financial trilemma, which is applicable to every form of data transaction. Obviously we know all of that. And now in 8 years, Kaspa power law trend forecasts $100 per Kaspa. So obviously that would be great if we would achieve those levels for Kaspa, but let's first talk about breaking levels of, let's say, 20 cents. However, 8 years, it's obviously a long time, and that's definitely possible if Kaspa is going to follow that power band law. All right, let's have a look at some numbers over here for Kaspa. So the current reward is 123 Kaspas, and the next reward is going to be 117. Next reduction is scheduled in 10 days, and the current hash rate is currently sitting at 189.1 petahash per second. Ladies and gents, now let's examine addresses that are holding over 10,000 Kaspas. So last time I have updated you on Kaspa, that was on the 24th of March, and let's have a look where we were sitting at. So we're sitting at 68,900, and at the moment we are sitting at 69,080, which gives us a difference of 190. So we've got 190 new addresses that are holding over 10,000 Kaspa. And now let's have a look at 100k. So let's have a look at 24th. So on the 24th we were sitting at 18,990, and as of today we are sitting at 19,020. So that gives us difference of 30. So we've got 30 new addresses that are holding over 100,000 Kaspa. Of course that's not huge number, but that's just 48 hours. So I do believe that's bullish thing, because people are accumulating, and of course if we are going to look at the zoomed out chart, that accumulation is real. All right, so let's have a look at the chart. So on the 24th of March, a Kaspa saw price of 14, almost 15 cents, but we got pushed down from that temporary resistance that gives us confirmation over here and here roughly. So it looks like Kaspa is still looking bullish, and most importantly we haven't dipped below that very important trend line over here for Kaspa. So that's looking good, and that's looking bullish on the daily chart at the moment. Of course we would like to see much bigger prices for Kaspa. However, I would say first of all, let's break this level of resistance here. Let's break this one over here, temporary resistance, and then of course all-time highs. However, I still do believe that Kaspa is going to see 20 something cents of a target in coming days, if not weeks. But right, let's have a look at 4-hourly time frame. So looks like now that Kaspa is forming a bullish triangle with hopefully higher highs and the potential squeeze. So let's have a look. So let's say that we've got something like this, which can potentially form our bullish triangle over here, in which of course we can have some sideways price action. We could hit that resistance level over here at 15 cents, then we can do something like this, and then potentially a breakout over here on the 4-hourly time frame. And I do believe that this is going to happen, but of course I could be wrong. Nevertheless, Kaspa in coming weeks, I believe, is going to see much higher prices due to the fact that we are going to have this crypto meetup in Hong Kong. So I do believe that this is going to be a bullish catalyst for price of Kaspa. But if we are going to look at the standpoint of moving averages, as of the time I'm recording this video, looks like we are being supported by all of the moving averages, so that's very good. And the last 4 hourly candles were green, so looks like Kaspa is in a short-term bullish momentum that hopefully is going to get out of that triangle, and then we are going to see what is going to happen in the next, let's say, 24 hours. And of course, I do understand that many of you could be frustrated due to the fact that Kaspa is not experiencing such huge gains like as other cryptocurrencies. However, if we are going to look at overall market on the daily, we don't see a huge pumps over here. Of course, Kaspa on the daily looks not really juicy. However, if we are going to look at render, for example, that's 7.4%, near 11.5%, etc. And ICP is currently experiencing a major breakout towards the upside. However, that doesn't necessarily says that Kaspa is not going to have its moment, because obviously it will, because if we are going to look at a weekly, for instance, we still have gain of 17.7% over here for Kaspa on the weekly. So I do believe that we do have to be patient with that. By the way, if you would be interested into keeping your Kaspa safe outside of exchanges on which anything might happen, make sure that you check out Tangent Wallet. So the Tangent Wallet is a cold storage solution which allows you to store your Kaspa safely, but most importantly, not only Kaspa, because it supports many different projects which you can check on their website. And my personal favorite is the fact that once you are going to purchase your Kaspa and then send it to the Tangent Wallet, you don't have to send it back to the exchange, because you can swap it for Tether USDT in Tangent Map. So I do believe this is a good and safer solution. And with my discount code, you can get 10% off. So the link is in the description down below. Let's first of all have a look at the rainbow chart for BTC, and we are going to cover BTC a little bit so we can put ourselves into perspective, and later on we are going to cover alts. So bear with me these extra few minutes. So first of all, Bitcoin found itself in yellow zone, which stands for hodl, obviously, but we have dipped below to that still cheap area. So I do believe that this was one of the last chances over here to accumulate BTC, Kaspa, or whatever project you guys believe in, because obviously after the halving event, which is coming in days right now, not even months, just few weeks, that is going to drive the price much higher. So I do believe that this is a great time, because later on we are not going to see Kaspa at price levels of, let's say, 14 cents as of today. BTC and standpoint of 21-day moving average. So once we have a dip below that 21-day moving average, then we saw a huge spike, and that happened last time 6 months ago. So this is exactly what happened very recently on that recent BTC pullback. We had the dip below 21-day moving average, and looks like we are recovering. So the question is, could we see a pump like we did before? And if we are going to look from the standpoint of the target, the next target for BTC, that's 97,000, which is still in play. By the way, shout out to Titan of Crypto. Now the bull flag I told you about is playing out, and if we are going to look at the possible targets this bull cycle, we can see BTC around 220 and let's say 300,000 USD. So I do hope that you guys have your profit taking strategy right in place, and I'm not talking only about BTC, I'm talking just in general. I do hope that you have your exit plan in place. Bitcoin has recently reached an RSI 70 before the halving. At the same time, we see a monthly close above that line. In the last 3 cycles, this always happened after the halving. An incredible bull run followed. Forget the halving theory, 2024 is the year of the bull. So guys, this is very bullish, because we have reached that level of 70 on RSI over here on the monthly chart for BTC, and we can clearly see what happened in the previous 3 bull cycles when we have reached that level of 70 on RSI. So we are exactly at the same time right now. So if we are going to see any pullback from now on, I do believe that this is a great opportunity to scoop up some more BTC, Kaspa, whatever, because we can clearly see what is brewing in the background. And now let's finally have a look at alts. So first of all, we haven't even finished the first phase yet. And by the way, shout out to Stock Money Lizard. So if we are going to look at alts, we haven't even reached the major level of resistance that leads us back to the previous cycle. So here's the thing, we haven't even reached all-time highs. So I don't understand why many people are crying about Kaspa now reaching higher levels or other crypto, etc. Right? We still have a lot of time, because if we are going to look at possible targets over here, they are quite big. But bear in mind that this is without the BTC and Ethereum. So of course we have a lot of room to grow with our Kaspa backs. Now shout out to the Scalping Pro. So this chart is basically showing exactly the same thing. As we can see, we haven't even reached that level of previous resistance levels over here on alts, not speaking about all-time highs. But if we are going to look at exact place of where we are at this position in the previous cycle, we can clearly see that after we have reached all-time highs, right away we have broke through, and then we had parabola on alts. So of course, I'm not saying that this is exactly what's going to happen. We could see a bit of a rejection and retest after closing above the all-time highs. However, we can clearly see what is going to happen after retesting these all-time highs. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching that quick Kaspa update as well as alts and BTC. I hope that you have guys enjoyed it, and I wish you having a great day. Peace and love, crypto.